Dear students, we have a poem. So, once upon a time. So, this is a poem written by Gabriel Imamotin Okaro. So, he is one of the Nigerian poets and novelist. And he was born on 24th April 1921 and died on 25th March 2019. That means recently last year he died. So the first modernist poet of Africa, and he is the best known for his early experimental novel The Voice. So that is about his writings. So we should know about what is the content of the poem. We should know that. So Gabriel Okaro is a Nigerian poet. We know that, and a novelist. So this poem is a backdrop of Nigerian people getting independence from the British rule. So how the people are connected with the Western ideas and Western views. This is, and how the people are lost their culture of African culture and their values and morals and became as a Westerns, and how the people of Nigerians are connected with the Western world. This is the poem connected, and this is the conversation between the father and son also. And the father is telling to his son how he was when he was in his age. That means when he was in his son's age. That means when he was like his son. He is telling to his son. And he wants his son also to learn to be like him when he was. And also the author also wants to be like when he was like his son. This is a little bit of tough understanding, that where nothing that. So his idea is that how the modern world changed and it lost the values, culture and morals. And he is remembering his own past ideas, that means how he was when he was his son's age. That means when he was in young age. And how the Nigerian people has lost their culture and values and morals due to the westernization. This is the backdrop of the independence. This is the backdrop of Nigerian independence from the British. And we'll come to the poem. So the poem Once Upon a Time is written by Gabriel Okaro, a Nigerian poet, and it is written in the backdrop of Nigerian independence from British. So the poet seems to be shocked by the changes of lifestyle, nature, values, moral and the total change in the world view in the new independent country. So after getting the independence, so they got independence from the British in a political way. Politically they became independence. But when they see culturally and when they see the values and the morals, they are not free. That means they were accustomed with the cultural and values and morals of the Western. So this is the backdrop of the poem. And a scene to the mourning for the passing away of the way of life. And also this poem is like a mourning poem. Mourning and vedustu, baadapadu cheptunnatuvanti oka poem lantidi. So it is not a ballad. So we know the ballad and so vedutto kudinatuvanti poems. But it is not a ballad, but it is one kind of poem. But it is like a mourning poem. Mourning and vedustu and baadapadu tana yokka లైఫ్ స్టైల్ అంటే జీవితాలు మారిపోతున్నాయి, ఎలా మారిపోతున్నాయి బాధపడుతూ చెప్తున్నటువంటి ఒక పోయం అని చెప్పొచ్చు. ఓకే, సో ద పోయెట్ రిమెంబర్స్ ద వే పీపుల్ యూజ్డ్ టు బిహేవ్ and interested with each other, and he is remembering how the people used to live in the past and how the people are having a good relationship with each other in the past. But now everything is an artificial love. and artificial affection and artificial relationships and artificial love. That's he is remembering. So, how the people used to do things with their heart and soul. In the past, the people used to do everything with the heart and soul. Whenever you greet or whenever you wish someone with heartfully and with the soul, we have to greet. So that was there in the past, but at present it is changed. Everything is entirely different. So that is how poet is explained. So the poet describes what happened when a traditional African culture and civilization meets with the Western culture. And also he is explaining that how the civilization of Western changed the cultural and values and morals of the present. That means their own cultural values are changed. We can see the same way also our Indian culture. We can see our Indian culture was rich and very heritage, but now the entire culture is missing. We used to wish, that means when in the first semester you may be having the lesson about the lesson that one of the lesson. Which lesson? That is how shaking hands. So you have on shaking hands. So how people used to wish. We used to wish with the namaste as Indians. As salam we used to. But now that also became as an artificial. So now are we wishing with the namaste? No, you never say namaste to anyone. You say as a good morning or hi. So this is that we are learning from the Western. But in that good morning or in that wishes, is there heartfulness? It is not there. It became as an artificial. So as the sir is coming to the class, we say good morning. That's all. Are you really saying a good morning from your heart and from the bottom of your heart? That is not there. So that's the same way the poet also feels very sorry for the cultural and values and morals changes in the Nigerian society. Not only in the Nigerian society, in everywhere, due to the westernization, everything is changing. So this is and the poet recalls the golden time of the past. He is remembering the past, how the people used to live in the past. The purpose of the poem is to outline the behavior and personality of the people at the moment. You know that how the behavior and personality is changed. That is also observed. It also makes an attempt to bring back the personality of the people who used to do things with emotion and heart. And this poem also connected with the very much who are connected with the heartful wishes to చేసేటువంటి వాళ్ళు, emotions తో చేసేటువంటి వాళ్ళందరికీ కూడా this poem is very touching అని we can say that one. And when we come to the poem, so we can say that this poem is also a conversation between a father and son. So this poem also is one of the conversation. So the son does things with the emotions and father wants to forget his fake personality and relearn and recreate his personality by following the values of the past. So this poem also is a conversation between the father and son. So son is doing all the things in an emotional way, and father, he is also doing all these things with the fake personality, not with the reality, not naturally. He is doing everything in an artificial way. So he wants to leave that artificial thing or unnatural thing, and you want to relearn how to wish with a heartful way and how to wish with the heart and soul. This is the poem that we are having. So we go to the poem and we will discuss each line by line. Okay? So we go to the poem. Stop. The 10 minutes